Good morning, Gladiators. Today is Wednesday, January 6th. Today we're going to go over some bell work questions. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. What does this mean? How does fear affect the decisions you make? What fears might be called universal or shared by shared by almost all humans? So you're gonna start off by taking one of those questions and completing a discussion question post over that. Answer in detail which one you agree with and why. Then we're going to review drama terms. Take a moment to go into your LMB and look through those drama terms we learned before we left. Then you're going to click on this anticipation guide. This is the definition of drama and a screenplay, a teleplay. It's written for television. Stage directions we went over. Okay, so read about Rod Sterling. He became serious about writing in college. He loved radio drama and won second place in a national script contest. He began his career writing for radio. Ron Sterling is the creator of the Twilight Zone television series, and it ran from 1959 to 1964. It was the most popular show in television. His writing became known for surprising twist endings and thought-provoking social commentary. You take a moment to watch this video about the monsters on Maple Street and how it was featured in in the Twilight Zone series. So, social commentaries. When Sterling wanted to write teleplays about important issues, the television executives thought his topics were too controversial. 1950s and 60s television censored scripts, banned them, that questioned American society. Sterling loved using science fiction and fantasy genres to deal with his social issues and prejudice of prejudice and tolerance. He had more freedom because his teleplays were not realistic, so he could address these controversies. What words come to mind when you think of the word monster? So The Monsters on Maple Street is a drama that we're about to read, and it was written during the Cold War, so 1946 to 1989. The period when United States and Soviet Union were engaged in a nuclear arms race. Who could create more nuclear weapons than the other? Fear led to suspicion, and people were often accused of being communist spies. A lot of anti-communist sentiment in the United States. So a House Un-American Activities Committee was a special committee of Congress, and they held hearings in which prominent Hollywood actors and directors and Americans were interrogated, questioned about the involvement of the Communist Party. So a lot of paranoia and suspicion going on. Actors and directors were blacklisted from alleged involvement of the Communist Party. So we're going to be reading about the mob mentality. Meteors are streaks of light that can be seen from when they enter the Earth's atmosphere. During the 1960s, there were no cell phones, there were no cordless phones. Regular phones do not use electricity. Phone calls still went through an operator. There were no iPads or CD players. There were no portable radios, and there were no remote starters for cars. So here's some vocabulary I'd like for you to read through. Okay, so take a moment and read the first act, and here's the audio. Okay, so make sure you're reading along because it's a play, and it's going to give you stage directions and the different characters. So you can listen, but I'd like for you to make sure you're reading along. When you are done reading Act 1, we're going to finish Act 2 tomorrow. You're going to complete this Monsters Post-Reading Part 1 assignment, and you're just going to fill out a elements of plot assignment for the story. We are not going to finish it today, so then this is not due today, but I do want you to get as much done as you possibly can. And so you're going to make a prediction on who the real monster is and answer there. And that's all I have for you today, Gladiators. I hope you have a wonderful day.